guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform. And today's trip is basically on the Thames Valley, plus the part of the Reading to Wokingham line, but it's going to be named the Thames Valley trip. Today's planned, that's past tense. Today's planner is going to be visiting several stations within, so sort of on the Great Western Main Line, also on some of the Thames branch, well, on all of the Thames branches. Today's trip is focusing on the main line as well as the terminus points of the Thames branches at the majority. So yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of that today. First station today is Wokingham, which we're off at, and it's the first station to cover today. This station is on the Reading to Waterloo line and serves South Western Railway going from Reading to London Waterloo, as well as Great Western Railway going to Gatwick Airport and Redhill and towards Reading as well, on both services. Cross country also do pass through this line as well, going to Guildford once a day, but at the moment that service is suspended, so hooray. So yeah, we'll go have a quick look around Wokingham. If you do wish to check out any updates on trips, please do check out the Discord server. Please ask me for the link. Anything else, please check out the Facebook group and also check out Instagram, KTV Vids. Give it a follow. So without further ado guys, let's get started on today's trip here on the Thames Valley. Enjoy! Okay, so this is the entrance to Wokingham station right here. Quite a modern entrance. Let's say it's had a big refurbishment over it in recent time. There's loads of cars going past. Completely bricks and mortar station. Yeah, it's gone through a massive refurbishment, nice and modern. It's really cool. So, an update for you. We were planning to get to early Winnersh Triangle and Winnersh all today, and I had it all planned out and all ready. South Western Railway had other ideas. So basically we queued up to get our ticket and the queue was long and we missed our train. So I'm very, not frustrated, but we're having to miss early out today. But it's not a big deal, I suppose, but it's, yeah, they were really slow in their service today. So, oh well, lesson learned, I suppose, but we'll carry on anyway. Alright, going on now is the 0945 Great Western Railway service to Reading from Redhill with 165101. Okay, arriving here is the 0956 South Western Railway service from Reading to London Waterloo with 450090 at the front and something else on the rear. Bet you forgot 450s run this line, but they do. Okay, the partner now is going to be the 0956 South Western Railway service from Reading to London Waterloo, one with 450090 and something else. As well as coming in is our 0957 South Western Railway service from London Waterloo to Reading. .450.015 is the rear of this one. And in comes our train, which is 450.038. And 450.052, sorry. And we're going to be taking this to the next station, Winnersh. Let's update you when we get there. Right, we're just arriving into Winnersh station now. going to see this train go out, and then we'll have a quick little look around, so I'll update you in a minute. So there goes 450.038 and 450.052, forming the 1000 South Western Railway service to Reading, calling it Winnersh Triangle, Early and Reading. So just a little update, we are skipping Early station today, because out of all of them I think that Early is the closest one to Reading and is the easiest one to actually do. So we thought we'd do the two Winnershes because otherwise it might be a bit awkward. So we're going to do both Winnershes today. So this is Winnersh station. This station is located as an intermediate station in between Wokingham and Reading, and isn't actually that too bad of a station actually. It's quite nice around it, very quiet. Basic station though, so there's not really much to it, but we're going to make our way over now to Winnersh Triangle, so it's only going to be a quick little hello here, and then we're going to go over to the other station, so I'll update you in a moment. So this is technically the entrance into Winnersh. It's just on the main road. We're just overlooking the station now, and there's one of the entrances down there, and there's a little hut or building that you go into to get your tickets, and that's about it. So that is Winnersh's entrance essentially. Not too bad, little hut, bit run down, but there we go. Right, we're going to head over to Winnersh Triangle now. Okay, so we've just taken a walk along from Winnersh station, and we're just you can see the railway up there. We're just at Winnersh Triangle now, so we're going to walk into the station in a sec. Sign over here telling us where it is, just to the left over here, so we just got to follow along this little path and we'll be there. I think this is the archway that leads up to the station as well, so I don't think we're too far, so I'll update you in just a moment. Okay, so here we are at the entrance to Winnersh Triangle station. Another little building, nothing too special really, other than just this little building here. It's quite nice, but yeah, we're going to walk into the station now, make our way in and head on over to Reading next. So that is building to Winnersh Triangle. So here we are, Winnersh Triangle. This station does serve South Western Railway only, so the reason that there's a Winnersh and a Winnersh Triangle is because Winnersh Triangle actually serves a business park, which I believe is probably the one over there. But you also have a big hotel there called the Crown Plaza, and there's a Premier Inn just around the corner, so it is well served. It serves basically, I think, Winnersh's industrial estate, so that's probably what it is. That's the reason why it's called Winnersh Triangle, because outside the station I believe there's like a triangular sort of junction. I could be wrong there, but in terms of like road connections and the area around it, so yeah, it's a bit of a, I think it just might be the name of the area, but yeah, that's Winnersh Triangle. We'll wait for our train now and I'll update you in a moment. So I've just done a little bit of research as well, and this station is basically a park and ride station. So when you go out, you've got a bus which takes you directly into Reading's town centre, which really isn't that far away, and the station, yeah, I was correct, it does serve basically the building, the business estate, which situates itself nearby, and is located at the junction of the A329 road as well, which takes you over towards the M4 and onwards from there. So yeah, this station is very well served, but I would probably say it's a park up and sort of get the train sort of thing. That's what I think this one is. So here's our train, the 10:32 South Western Railway service to Reading. Unfortunately we're not going to Early today due to our issue at Wokingham, so we'll be hopefully redoing Early in the next Hampshire video, just as a little inclusion whilst we're on the way, so hopefully we'll get it done then. For now, we'll update you when we're on board when we get to Reading. Right, so just got off at Reading, 450.036 and 450.001, which brought us in. So we're going to walk along with this one, but yeah, hopefully now we're at the main station to connect now with the Great Western Main Line, so we should be a-okay in terms of connection and no more ticket problems, unlike at Wokingham. so fingers crossed. We're going to make our way over to the far end and I'll update you from there. Okay, so we're at Reading station now. We're just going to take a walk and talk sort of thing because we've got a bit of a tighter connection than some. So there's Justin. There he is. Hello.
Hello.
Right, so let's take a quick walk up. This station serves Great Western Railway going to Bristol, Swansea, Cheltenham, Paynton, all the places pretty much. It's one of the main interchange points. Also goes to London Paddington. Station also serves North Downs going to Gatwick and Redhill. I'll update you more. I think I'll update you more in just a moment. Right, so just up at the main sort of concourse point for Reading as well, where all the platforms sort of meet and join up. So we're just taking a walk along. I'm going to walk down to the entrance and get a shot of that. We've got the 10:52, which is going to take us over to the next station after that, which I'll update you in a minute about. But the other services that serve here are the North Downs to Gatwick and Redhill from Reading, South Western Railway to London Waterloo, and also to Salisbury on a Sunday. And cross country also serve here going to Bournemouth and Manchester Piccadilly, and they terminate here only at the moment due to COVID and them needing to attach voyages together. And then the other services that's called here are the 387s, which go on the local stoppers to London Paddington, and also TfL Rail, we do 345s to even more stops to London Paddington. So we're going to go down the escalator here and then go to the entrance and then update you from there. So it's going to be a bit of a more brief shot, but I hope I can get as much as I can in there. Right, so we're going to have to be really, really quick with this one, but here's the entrance to this amazing station, Reading. Look at this. And as you can see there, as the building rises, a bit like that looks like a roller coaster almost as it goes up and up and up. But that is that's the escalator, follows alongside and goes up the top where the concourse is. It's an amazing building. This station has gone through probably one of the biggest refurbishments I've ever seen in a railway station. Not even Birmingham New Street went through as big a refurbishment as this one, in my opinion. This station is insanely modern, as opposed to the Reading that I went to when I was about 9-10 years old, where the platforms were all rearranged into different forms. There was less of them, but the station is incredible. The building is insanely good. I think you guys could probably agree there, it is really good. Also out here is where the replacement buses will normally go, if ever there are any that run. They usually operate outside of here. Let's go back inside and catch our train. Sorry it's so brief, but knowing Reading, I will be back here and I'll get some more clips. So one of the other things I forgot to mention about services that operate here is that there are also local services to Basingstoke and also to Newbury, which run here as well. Yeah. Operated by 387s by the Newbury services, and then operated by turbos with Basingstoke. We're now heading on to platforms 14 and 15 to catch our train, which is going to be a 345 over to Twyford. Or at least I hope we will anyway. Yeah, we will. Right, I'll update you in a moment when we are at the next station.
016.
So we're on board a 345 at the moment. This is one of my rare short journeys on a 345 because I don't actually get to go on them very much. But this is very commuter. We decided to sit sideways just for because we know there's free seats. You know, you can't be on a TfL rail service and not sit sideways. So we did. Very, very good though on board. The seats aren't fantastic. They're very sort of basic and ironing boardy. Seems to be a lot of themes of ironing boards. But yeah, so we're going to. Yeah. Yes, hashtag purple train. Anyway, right, so we're going to head over to Twyford and update when we get there. Okay, we're just arriving into Twyford and going to get that obligatory door opening noise. Gives you that new train feel. So here we are, and once again the station signs have not been updated. Wow, they really don't care about this station. So we'll update you in a minute. Watch this train leave. Okay, the partner there's 345066, and that is the 1101, I believe. No, sorry, 1058 Great Western Railway service from Reading to London Paddington. TfL rail service from Reading to London Paddington. I'm on autopilot. Look, this is Twyford. Now, this is going to be an example of several railway stations you're going to see on this main line, which have fencing that block off the fast lines. Now, the reason for this is for the obvious reason that there are, on this main line, unfortunately, there are a lot of cases of attempted suicide on this line. And there's so many times where I've seen on travel updates where the line has been blocked due to someone being hit by a train. It's really, really unfortunate. It's really sad when it happens. And of course, I feel for those people who feel like that's the exit that they want to take. And, you know, I always encourage everyone to seek help and talk to people. My message is always open. But anyway, I feel like we've gone in a bit too deep there. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in. But the actual purpose for the fencing is to block things like that happening. So yeah, but this station does serve Great Western Railway from Didcot to London Paddington, as well as TfL rail that stop here as well. And then on the fast lines you've got everything else, so pretty much. This station is also the junction for the Henley branch, which takes you to Henley-on-Thames. And guess where we're going, guys? Henley-on-Thames. So, because it is a Thames Valley Day, so I don't think we want to. The regatta's done, you can't analyse that. No. So in comes another 345 heading over to Reading, which is going to be 345027. And this one's heading to Reading, calling it Reading only. So what we're going to do now, we're going to head over. I'm going to head over to the entrance and see what else is, see what it looks like, and go from there. Right, we've got an IET passing through. Oh, it's 800-025. It's the Captain Tom Moore one. There that one goes. Didn't see that all too well, but there it goes. Okay, just pulling in, we've got the 1108 Great Western Railway service to Didcot Parkway. 387142 on this one. Also passing through, I think we've got a Great Western Railway service to Swansea. That's passed through. The 800-008 was on it, the Pride 800, along with 800-017. Okay, and now is the 1108 Great Western Railway service to Didcot Parkway. and 387159. So now it's time to rush over and get that train. Update you in a moment. Okay, so we're just on board 165 109 now, and we're going to be making our way over to the next station, Henley-on-Thames. So I'll update you when we get there. Okay, so we're just arriving into Henley-on-Thames. So, we'll update you in just a moment. I'm going to go to the other end of the train. Okay, so we just made it here to Henley-on-Thames. So, this is going to be a bit different this time, because for a lot of the branch lines and terminuses, I've tended to get off the train, look around for a moment and get back on. So some examples were obviously the video when I went to Sheerness-on-Sea, and also Exmouth in the Devon video, and also a couple of others that I've done in the past. This time, we're not doing that. This time, we're letting the train go, and we're going to stay here for an hour, or half an hour or so, something like that. I think it's an hour we're waiting here. And then we're going to go back on the train to Twyford afterwards. Because then we get a proper look around this place. Actually, like, properly look around.
It is a really nice town, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Anish likes it, which is good as well. Right, so we're going to go over to film the train, leave, and then we'll go from there. Right, the partner now is going to be the 11:15 Great Western Railway service to Twyford. Sorry, not 11:15. 11:27 service to Twyford. So, Henley-on-Thames. This station only serves the Henley branch. So this station will serve, I think it's half-hourly services to Twyford. I think we're waiting here for an hour though, but we've got half-hourly frequency. Could be wrong though, I'm going to double check the plan on that. Now, an interesting fact about this station is that Henley-on-Thames is home to a quite famous event called the Royal Regatta. The Royal Regatta, if you don't know, is a big boat race. So when the Royal Regatta happens, and believe me, it's a very, very popular event, turbos run in a 6 or 7 car formation, and they'll come down here. So I'll give you an example. This year, the Royal Regatta returned after being suspended because of COVID, just like everything else. And they ran, I think it was a 165, a 3-car 165, and then two 2-car 165s all together, and they came down here to Henley.
Do you think they might do, if they're doing a London shuttle, they might use the IETs?
Nah, they'd have to make this probably the platforms. They'd probably have to change them up. Anyway, so be good fault though. But anyway, let's carry on and go look outside. Okay, so just walking along here. The trains at the moment to Henley are actually running hourly, so our train is at 12:27 as I thought. So this is the this is part of the entrance. But the name of the branch line is the Regatta Line, so that's, you know, named after the Royal Regatta. But yeah, it's quite a panoramic entrance, if you like, because you've got signs on all acres, really. Near enough all acres, anyway.
Makes it look like a mini shopping.
Twyford.
Okay, arriving now is the return of 165-109, and that's going to be now taking us back to Twyford. Right, we're just departing Henley-on-Thames station now, we're in the classified first class for GWR's 165 because it's standard class only seating, so we get to sit anywhere. So yes, next stop for us is Twyford, and then we're going to change there to go on to Maidenhead, so update you when we get to Twyford. We're just putting them into Twyford again. So just making a quick changeover as we arrive back into Twyford station. So that's the first of 4 branch lines we're doing today, which is the Regatta Line. So we cleared it, or already cleared it before, but you know, just visited again. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make our way over to Maidenhead, and we're going to do branch line number 2, which is the Marlow branch. So I'll update you, and also an IET. Which is on diesel, going through 800-029. There that one goes. Okay, about to pass through Twyford now. We've got a 66.
On the 1246 Great Western Railway service to
Well, according to the announcer, this is the 1246 to London Paddington. One of the freights.
Thames and Harlington, Ealing.
Oh, I think it's one of the Jaffa cakes as well. It was 66623, which is one of the Jaffa Cake locos, Jaffa Cake freight liners. Yeah, it's the orange freight liner. It's a Jaffa Cake. So that one goes. Okay, as our 1246 to Maidenhead comes through, passing to another IET. Just 800-311 heading to London Paddington.
Maidenhead, Slough
The incomes are 12.46, Great Western Railway service from Didcot Parkway to London Paddington. We have 387 159.
128. Wheelchair facilities in zones 3 and 7.
And 387 142. We'll update you when we're on board and heading to Maidenhead, or at least when we're at Maidenhead anyway, whichever one. Okay, we're now approaching into Maidenhead, next station on Waterloo. We've got a bit more of a wait here. I think it's about half an hour we've got here before we actually catch the train to Marlow, so we'll probably be able to see it come in. See what unit we've got. But what is it with the theme? They've got everything, like most stations on this line have a Pacino's cafe, I've noticed.
They're very popular.
They are, around the London area they are.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. So here we are at Maidenhead, and we'll update you in a moment. Right, to find that there's 387159 and 387142, which have brought us into Maidenhead station. That's the 1254, yeah, 1254 Great Western Railway service from Didcot Parkway to London Paddington. So Maidenhead station. So first of all, Maidenhead station is Theresa May's constituency. So I'm going to go out the station and look for a field of wheat, and we'll see what we can find. In all seriousness, this is Maidenhead station, and there's a passing IET. Now, a couple of facts about Maidenhead. This station is the junction for the Marlow branch, which runs hourly, definitely hourly, always hourly. Second fact, there's a travel lodge right outside. Third fact, this station is one of the only stations on the Great Western Main Line that doesn't have a fence that blocks the fast lines. So that's interesting. This station is also home to the 345 stabling depot, I believe, as well, or sidings at least. And they do come here quite a lot. So yeah, that's Maidenhead. The station serves Great Western Railway local services and TfL Rail local services to London Paddington. And I think on the odd occasion there's a few fast services that do also call here, but I believe on the very odd occasion. But yes, that's Maidenhead. Okay, passing now, we've got Great Western Railway service to Worcester Foregate Street. (800 313) 9 car to Worcester. Very good. Okay, we've got another freight now coming through, passing to Watley Quarry. (59 102). There that one goes. Okay, passing now, we've got an IET from Penzance to London Paddington. (802 108), passing that. Alright, passing through now, we've got a Freightliner 66 heading from Acton TC, 66524. Off goes that one. Okay, arriving now is our terminating service from Marlow, 165 118. It's taking us to Marlow. update you probably when we get to Marlow on this one. Okay, we're just leaving Maidenhead now. 345066 just pulling in as well. So off we go, junction off onto our own little branch line. So I'll update you in a bit. Okay, we're now reached Marlow station. It's a lovely little station. This one's tiny. Again, parts screens aren't working. I feel like this is a bit more of a known problem than just Maidenhead now, because there was some departure screens and they weren't working at Maidenhead. Sorry, I'm going to jump out your way, Justin. So we'll go have a look around very quickly, but 165118 is sat there at the moment, and we'll be seeing it go out in a minute. Okay, the partner now is the 1400 Great Western Railway service to Maidenhead, 165118. Next stop for that one will be Bourne End, where it reverses and then calls it Cookham, Thursplatte and Maidenhead. So again, we've done another thing where we've gotten off at this terminus and stayed here. This is Marlow. This is the junction for what is known as the Marlow Donkey. That is known as the nickname that the locals give this service, but it's actually the Marlow branch. I don't think there's a particular name for it other than the Marlow branch, or the Marlow line. The station is tiny and just serves an hourly service between Maidenhead and Marlow. The final service that runs here, however, the service is very good, because the last service is at midnight, and it goes back in and it gets in back to Maidenhead at about just before 1 AM. I think it's 20 to 1 it gets back in, and then goes to Reading train care depot. So that's really good service here for an hourly service. It's very good. I'm sure the locals are very happy with it, because I certainly would be. Yeah, so this is Marlow. We'll go have a quick look around. It's that time again. It's the yellow button at Marlow.
Your call is being connected. Please wait.
It actually worked as well.
Please wait.
Oh, that's loud.
This station is Marlow. The next train to depart from platform 1 will be the 1500 Great Western Railway service to Maidenhead.
So she actually sits at the phone.
That was really loud. Apologies for any earphone users. Okay, coming in now is 165118 again. Just going to be forming our train back to Maidenhead. Update you when we're on the way back to Maidenhead, probably when we arrive. Right, just arrived now into Maidenhead again, aboard 165118. Lovely journey, lovely walk around the town as well. It was amazing. So we're now going to make our way over across the way here to our 1535 service, which will be boarding soon to the next station. We'll update you soon. Okay, arriving in is the 1525 TfL rail service from London Paddington to Reading. Should be 345066 again. Yeah, I know. I think it's just we time it so it sort of arrives when we're here. I think it's just the way it works. Anyway, here it is. passing there, 800-034 on a Great Western Railway service, presumably heading towards Worcester. It's a Bedwin, that one, off to Bedwin. Okay, arriving now is going to be our 1535 TfL rail service from Reading to London Paddington. We're going to be taking this to Slough, 345034. And yes, I did indeed just say the dreaded S word. That is Slough. We are going there. And the turbo to Marlow is also just left as well, 165118. We'll board this and update when we get to Slough. Okay, now arriving into the place where cameras are completely and utterly abolished.
Yes.
No words, we're at Slough. So, it is. We're going to film the 345 go out and then I'll update you from there. Okay, going out now is the 1545 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington from Reading. So, this is Slough Station. Now I'm going to try and go into as little detail as possible, just purely because of the station and how strict it is. But Slough Station is one of the more important ones on the entire Great Western Railway between Reading and Paddington. It also serves express services to London Paddington from Oxford and Worcester, and also to Oxford and Worcester, usually, and Great Malvern, etc. This station has 5 platforms, and there's also a junction for the Windsor branch, which takes you over to Windsor and Eaton Central, which is where we're off to next. We also have a passing service. (800-014) to London Paddington. Right, that's an overview. Also TfL rail stop here and GWR local services to Didcot and London Paddington stop here. So without further ado, let's go continue and go look outside the station because, yeah, it's Slough. Right, so now we're going to be boarding 165126 here at Slough. I'm going to be heading over to the next branch line to Windsor and Eaton Central. So I'll update you in a moment. Right, so it's a very busy 165 now at Windsor and Eaton Central station. We'll update you in a minute. Okay, going out now is 1605 to Slough. Under 165126. Okay, so he's stalled for a moment there, the turbo, as he went out. It's going out now anyway. So this is Windsor and Eaton Central. This station is one of 2 stations within the town of Windsor. The other one I won't dare go to and walk to right now, because we had an experience and a half, but we won't go into that story. So there is a travel lodge right outside. There's hotels everywhere right next to stations. It's crazy. I suppose that central location is key. The station is obviously located in the famous town of Windsor. Obviously this is very famous because Windsor Castle, and that's where the Queen resides at multiple points in the year. It's second home, well, it's another home for the royal family, and of course Meghan and Harry got married here. So of course there was that one turbo which had just married on it. I think it's still there actually. It's running down in Bristol now. Yeah, this station has a nice canopy. We'll go have a look around, and yeah, there's actually a Bureau de Change here as well. Bureau de Change, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Great Western Railway.
So yeah, update you in a minute. So what we're surrounding around here is Windsor Castle, which is pretty much as you walk around, it surrounds the area. It's protected land, so if you run on there, It's a criminal offence, and someone just ran on there. That is unbelievable. Right, I'll pretend I didn't see that. I'm not getting up and record either. So, right up there is Windsor Castle. I'm not going to get it all because we don't really have a lot of time, but this is one side to it, and this is where it's located. As we walk down here, hopefully we'll be able to cross the road okay. If not, I'll update you in a second. Yeah, we'll be fine. Down here, as we walk very quickly down, is the entrance to Windsor and Eaton Central. So there's sort of another shot of Windsor Castle, and then in here, this big thing here is the entrance to Windsor and Eaton Central, which is now known as...
McDonald's down there.
Yes, there is.
I wonder, you know when they make the McCaffs?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's done with a little saucer in it.
Oh God.
And when the people that drink have their pinky up.
Yeah, probably. So it's named as Windsor Royal, and yes, they probably have their tea with their pinky up. Probably all these people in here who are having drinks, probably all doing the same. So anyway, we'll update you in a bit. Okay, 165126 is now returning to take us out of Windsor and Eaton Central. I'll take you when we get back to Slough. Right, we're back at Slough, getting off 165, 126. We're now making our way over to platform 5 to continue our day. Update in a moment. Okay, here 387167 and 387147. We're taking this to Hayes and Harlington. We'll update you when we get to Hayes and Harlington. Okay, now we're arriving into Hayes and Harlington station. Here we are. We'll update you in just a moment. Okay, going out now is the 1545 Great Western Railway service. So 1645 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
Customers on platform 4 are requested to try and walk behind the other lines for their own safety. Please try and walk or stand behind the other lines.
So this is Hayes and Harlington station. Very briefly, this station you can change here for Heathrow Airport. The TfL rail services to Heathrow run here. That one's going to Reading, so that's not one of them. This service also has services that begin here to London Paddington, which stop at the even more intermediate stations of Hanwell and West Ealing, which West Ealing is where we're going to. So yeah, we'll update you in just a moment and go have a quick look around before we go. Okay, going out now is the 1647 TfL rail service to Reading. It is 345034. So there goes that one. There goes 387134 and 387137. They're heading to Heathrow Airport, Terminal 5 from London Paddington on a rip-off express service. Okay, approaching through now is another Heathrow Express service from Heathrow Terminal 5 to London Paddington. It's going to be 387140. And 387138. Okay, so we're now going to be boarding 345057. It's going to be the 1704 TfL rail service to London Paddington. We're taking this to West Ealing. So we'll update you when we get there. Right, this is West Ealing station, which looks like it's gone through a massive refurbishment. We'll update you when the train leaves and go from there. Partner there's 345057 on the 1713 TfL rail service from Hayes and Harlington to London Paddington. Right, West Ealing station. Now this is the other junction for the other branch line that runs within the Thames Valley, and that's the Greenford branch, which this platform here uses. This station is also served by TfL rail mostly between London Paddington, Hayes and Harlington, and also London Paddington and Heathrow, which also stop here. But the ones to Reading do not stop at West Ealing unless it's peak time. I believe that's right, isn't it? It's the Hayes and Harlington and the Heathrow ones that call here, not the Reading ones.
I think so, yeah.
The Reading ones go straight to Ealing, Hayes and Harlington, or Southall even. Anyway, we'll go have a quick look around and see what is what. It is looking like it's a station that's had a lot of work done to it. Okay, just as we were walking along, passing through is a Heathrow Express service to London Paddington. (387-139) and (387-130). Okay, arriving in now is the 1729 TfL rail service to Heathrow Central on the 345004. This one will be calling at Hamwell, Southall, Hayes and Harlington and Heathrow Central as it goes up the viaduct and into the tunnel to Heathrow. Yeah, it is. Off goes 345004 on the 1729 TfL rail service to Heathrow Central. And also, as I yap on, about to arrive in as well is going to be a terminating Great Western Railway service from Greenford, which is going to be a 2-car 165 again. We only had 1 3-car today on the branches, so the rest of them have been 2 cars, as pretty much I expected and thought they would be. So we've had 165-109, 165-118, 165-126. This one is 165-125. We're going to be taking this for the only branch line on Great Western Railway's network that I've not done, and it's this one to Greenford. Once this is done, I've done every single one. It's taken me long enough, I know, but there we go. Marlow easily. Right, we just arrived into Greenford station. This service is it's so weird seeing the central line running right next to it and a turbo just sat right in the middle of it. You really don't notice this line, you really don't. It's really cool. So we're just arriving to Greenford and see the turbo leave in a minute. Right, going out now is a central line service going to Epping. Also departing out is the 1750 Great Western Railway service to West Ealing, 165-125. This is downright the weirdest station I've ever been to. Downright, you would never picture a turbo next to anything to do with London Underground, unless you're on Chiltern Main Line. Maybe you would, but GWR one, nah, that's weird. maybe it, like, I don't know, it's a very London Underground like station. Just to see a turbo sat in the middle of loads of Central Line stock is really weird. Anyway, this is Greenford, as you didn't already guess, and this is on the Central Line to Epping, but also goes towards Northolt and Ruislip, as well as the junction for the Greenford branch to West Ealing. Central Line's quite frequent here, and yeah, that is Greenford. Don't think you'll get a station more unique like Greenford in terms of having a diesel unit in London on a suburban branch. It's pretty cool. Okay, off goes another Central Line service, this one going towards Northolt. So there goes that one. We're going to go have a look around the station now because we've been stood here for a while before our train comes back, so I'll update you in a minute. Okay, arriving is 165 125, there's another Central Line service departs heading towards West Ruislip. Here's our train, which is going to take us over to West Ealing again. Platform's completely level as well. It's pretty cool. I'll update you in a minute. Just departing Greenford now. And very quickly, as we do depart Greenford, you're going to see, just as we leave, us going underneath the Central Line. So you'll see it in just a second as we junction on. It is a cool line, definitely. It's also very, very short. Ready? So this is basically the section that goes underneath it, which is pretty cool. We don't technically go, well, we don't technically go underneath, or we do, like underneath there, look. There we go. So that's us going underneath the Central Line and heading over. Okay, so 387s are just passing us here as we just arrived back into West Ealing, sorry. 387 143 there on the rear. And yeah, we'll update you when our next train arrives. Okay, we've got some 387s passing through now. We're heading over to Reading. Three 387 161 and 387 174. So there they go. Okay, so update you in a minute. There goes 165 125 on the 1835 Great Western Railway service to Greenford, calling it Drayton Green, Castle Bar Park, South Greenford and Greenford, taking around 30 seconds to get to Greenford. Because it's really quick. No, it takes about 12 minutes, but it doesn't feel like 12 minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to end the video here at West Ealing today. The plan was to do Ealing, Broadway and London Paddington, but to be honest, it's 6:30 and I'm just feeling a bit tired and hungry, so I'd rather finish up now and then come back to them another time. It's going to be quite easy to get back to them, so I might as well. So thank you all for watching today's Every Platform episode from the Thames Valley. I hope you have enjoyed it, and it's a nice place to end actually, I think, West Ealing. So if you have liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe. Passing through, we have got an IET. Which is 800 301. So yeah, I've really enjoyed today. Albeit it started a bit funny at Wokingham, it ended on a high. We've done all the branch lines on the Thames Valley, so I'm pretty happy with that. And all of them were successful. So Henley, Marlow, Windsor and Greenford. Greenford being the best one out of them all, in my opinion. Marlow being beautiful in terms of the town. Greenford being the best in terms of the station. So yes. Anyway, the next episode of Every Platform will be from Hampshire again. So Yeah, I look forward to doing that one again. So there'll be lots more to come from this Hampshire video that's coming up, so keep an eye out and you'll see what will be featured. But now though guys, if you have liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe, and do hit the notifications bell for more. And thank you guys for watching for now, and have a great evening. Take care and goodbye.